So what about the money houses in a horoscope? This is a question we're asked all the time. It's an economic reality. We all have to earn money in this world to be able to support ourselves. So exactly how does the horoscope show that? Well, let's take a look. The second house is the house of actually earning money. And that's not the only signification of the second house either. Second house also stands for the mouth. And so therefore speech, what you say, can also indicate anything you do with your mouth. Eating, smoking, drinking, right? Even singing can indicate. But the earning of money is always seen from the second house. Now, the 11th house is the house of karma. Many times when clients say to me, I say, have you ever heard that word, karma? K-A-M-A. And they'll go, no. Well, it means desire-oriented activities. It means material boon, shall we say, windfalls, or things that just come to you in life, right? Well, when they say that, I'll often say, well, have you ever heard of the Kama Sutra? And then almost everyone goes, oh, yeah, I've heard all about that. Well, that's because the Kama Sutra, sutra means these are sutras, these are texts, verses about Kama. And in this part of Kama is the sexuality. And basically, it was for the kings, right? The Kama Sutra that was written. So, in any case, Kama is the 11th house. So when we see the Lord of the 11th house, we can see what manifestations, what windfalls will come to a person. So the 2nd and 11th houses are the money houses. So we need to look at who rules them and where are they. So if you were an Aries ascendant, then Venus would rule your 2nd house. Now if Venus was in the 2nd house, in that sign, which would be Taurus, well, then it would mean you'd be a very good earner, a very great earner, actually. And if, let's just say it was, let's say you were a Cancer ascendant, and Venus was in the 11th house, which would still be Taurus, okay? For a Cancer ascendant, Taurus would now be the 11th house. And if Venus was there, it would mean Lord of the 11th, in the 11th house. So this would mean great boons. This would mean great gains in life. And when would be determined by when is the Venus period going to manifest in a person's life. So these are the houses that we have to look at to understand how a person earns. And of course, depending on the dasha, more or less will come during these times as well. Now, it's not the only thing that gives us the indications. Okay, not only do we look at the Lord, but what other aspects are on the 2nd house as well. Does a planet cast his glance on the 2nd house from a very difficult place? Let's just say it was a Taurus ascendant, and we had a planet that does not do very well in the 2nd house, right? Who might not do so well in the sign of Gemini? Well, maybe an enemy. Mars doesn't do so well there. So we would have Lord of the 12th house of losses in the 2nd house of money, finance. So it would mean there'd be some losses. Does that mean that a person's never going to earn anything? That they're never going to achieve any financial success? No, it doesn't. There are so many factors in a horoscope that the astrologer needs to be experienced. Astrologer not only needs to have experience, but intuition. Intuition is extremely important for an astrologer to be able to understand which of 10,000 possible things any conjunction, combination, or aspects of planets or placements of planets may mean. So yogas are also going to be very important, the combinations in a horoscope. So the lords of the 2nd and the 11th house. What if we had those lords conjunct with the ascendant lord? Right? That might indicate, some pretty great gains, as well in a horoscope. So the only way that we can tell all of these things is by studying the horoscope. Seeing exactly which planets are ruling, then where those ruling planets are, and how and when their effects are going to come out in full. So earning is only one of the points that a person is going to be intent on in life, because we all have to do it. But it is one of the more important things that we are called upon to look at in Vedic astrology for our clientele.